Hey guys, I'm the Burke and I do things. And in today's video, I'm going to use my lowest rated makeup that I have from Sephora. I'm gonna let you know if I agree with the ratings or if I think they're a little better than the Sephora ratings say. I will say the Sephora rating system is questionable because I will say that it seems like a lot of things have very high ratings. And I'm like, suspicious. But in front of me, I have my lowest rated makeup. I will also be comparing it to the best-selling and top-rated makeup that I already used in prior videos. So if that is something you guys want to see, then keep on watching. Let's go. All right, we are going to start with primer. So the best-selling primer was the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, and the top-rated primer was the Laura Mercier Hydrating Primer, the new one. The lowest rated primer is the mini Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. So when I say the lowest rated, it's the lowest rated that I own. I did not go out and buy everything that was low rated. I just went through my collection and picked from the lowest rated. So this product has 3.8 stars on Sephora'S website. And I mean, I kind of agree with that. I am not someone who has been overly impressed with the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I don't I don't think it's ever really made a difference in my application. Now, I bought this right when they released the mini. And I think when they released the mini originally, it was in a set. And I remember I bought this Tatcha set, which I now regret because I didn't really like anything from the set. But I would honestly just rate this primer as okay and not something I would run out and repurchase the way I originally bought it. Okay, now onto foundation. So the best-selling foundation was the NARS Radiant Foundation, which I absolutely love. And then the top-rated foundation was the Fenty Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation because it was in this like set where you could buy it with the hydrating foundation, and it had 5 stars for this set. So I used that in the top-rated video. But the lowest-rated foundation I own is the Fenty Hydrating Foundation because just alone, without the primer, this has 3.5 stars, which doesn't shock me because I feel like it has very mixed reviews. I am more towards the liking it population, but not towards the I'd repurchase it population. Now I have this in the shade 230, which, let me tell you something, that's not gonna match us today at all. So this is gonna be interesting. This little sponge I'm using, this is like a sponge I got off Amazon. And I'm gonna buff it in with the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe brush. Oh dear, this is bad. We're gonna be. I considered self-tanning before filming this video. This might be a really bad mistake. We're gonna go in really light with it so it's not too pigmented, but I like this, but I definitely can understand why people don't like it. It is extremely like dewy. Like it's very, it can move around. It's not gonna last a long time in my opinion. But I physically like the way it like looks on my skin. Great matching. Now onto concealer. So in the best selling and the top rated, the concealer I had was the First Aid Beauty Bendy Avocado Concealer. I do not have a ton of high-end concealers, so I wasn't super surprised that I used the same one in both videos, but my lowest rated concealer. When I saw it, I went, yep, that makes sense. It's this Pretty Vulgar Undercover Concealer that we got recently in BoxyCharm. It has 3.1 stars, and it is strange. It calls itself a serum concealer, so it feels like a serum. It doesn't really provide much coverage once you blend it out, and considering, in my opinion, considering the price of a lot of the various concealers that you can purchase at Sephora, I think this one is overpriced. It's just my opinion. I also know that I've seen this in TJ Maxx and Marshalls, and I've seen a lot of the Pretty Vulgar line actually there. So I'm not sure what's happening with the brand. If you guys have heard anything, like why it seems like they're clearing out all of their products. But yeah, I am not a fan of this concealer at all. I do have a question for you guys in general. So whenever I do videos, I definitely make sure to link all the makeup that I use below. Do you also want me to link brushes and sponges? If so, let me know, because I definitely never remember to do that. But I can make a conscious effort if it is something you guys want. Setting powder. I was really hoping with like the complexion, we'd get like a super brightening setting powder, but we didn't. So in the best-selling video, we used the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. In the top rated video, we used the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. And today in the lowest rated video, we are using the Derma E Sun Protection Mineral Powder SPF. And I don't even have like the cool one with the brush. Like I have the sample size in this little jar. I am kind of surprised it's low rated. It has 3.1 stars, which is low for Sephora. So I'm gonna use this Beach Cosmetics number 5 brush. I've heard a lot of people really enjoy this type of powder for touching up when they are out in the sun. So I was surprised to see how low rated this was. I have actually never used it for that purpose. But it's honestly because I do not have the actual version that has the brush attached. Like with this little sample size, I would literally have to bring my own brush, and it kind of makes a mess because it's like a translucent powder with like a little sifter, and it would just be a hot mess express. But like this shade, I think this is just a regular shade. It's quite tinted, and it's only gonna make our foundation match a lot worse. Now I'm also gonna go in with the BH number 2 brush to set the rest of the face, because this is a foundation that you definitely need to set. Like if you don't want it to run away, like you want to set it. Like I've even seen a lot of people who really like hydrating dewy foundations, not like this, because it's a lot. You know, it's really good that I'm not going anywhere today, because this complexion would not be acceptable out in the world. And I actually, when I was doing my inventory, I made sure to check, and this says it's good through 2021, so the SPF should still be good, I hope. All right, now let's do our brows. So, best-selling brow pencil was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. Top-rated brow pencil was the Benefit Precisely My Brow. Lowest rated brow pencil I own is the IT Cosmetics Brow Power in Universal Taupe. Not surprised. This was one of the very first ever brow pencils I really got into, and I thought it was amazing because, you know, I'd never tried any other brow pencil before that wasn't like a pencil you physically sharpen. But this one is all about pressure. Oh God. And you have to push it down to get the pressure you want. And it's like, as somebody with darker eyebrows, I need to push quite hard. So when I first used this, you know, a mechanical pencil, it was like, wow, I don't have to sharpen it. Like it's already a pencil, like it's already there. It's like an eyeliner, like that you can just twist up. But today, I'm not a big fan. I'm wondering how much, yeah, oh, there's a lot left in this pencil. Oh God, I just got scared. I have gone through one of these before and repurchased. It really does make it take so much longer. Did I say how many stars this has? Probably not. This had 4.1 stars, which still for Sephora was pretty freaking low. Okay, brow gel, kind of got weird. Best-selling brow gel was the ABH Clear Brow Gel. Top-rated brow gel was the Benefit Gimme Brow. The lowest rated brow gel that I own is the Benefit Ka-Brow, which is more like a pomade. I don't know. I have this in shade 3, which normally I'd be like, I don't really feel like using this, but since we just used a brow pencil that like kind of isn't the greatest, this actually works, so I can kind of touch up where I feel like it didn't do a great job. But on a normal day, I never reach for a brow pomade. This wasn't really anything that ever interested me. I wound up getting this last year, I think, in a Allure beauty box. It's definitely not something I would have purchased on my own. Gotta use our spoolie and kind of spoolie it out here. Sometimes I feel like a brow pomade is a little bit more intense than I prefer my brows to be, but it is fine. Again, not going anywhere today. My only plans today are with somebody named TurboTax. Now let's talk eyeliner. Best-selling eyeliner was the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On. Top-rated eyeliner is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Liner. Now the lowest rated that I own is the Bare Minerals Lasting Line eyeliner, which shocks me because this is probably one of my favorite eyeliners I've ever bought. This eyeliner has 3.8 stars at Sephora. I enjoy this eyeliner. I think it's a good one. I've never had any issues with it. It also has like a little smudger on the end if you want to smudge. I don't smudge very often, but it's always an option with this one. Okay, now let's do bronzer. So here we go. The best selling and the top rated were the Benefit Hoola Bronzer. The lowest rated bronzer I have is the NARS This is called the Sun Wash Diffusing Bronzer, and I bought this in the shade Laguna because I thought this was the regular Laguna. This is not. This is so hard to get, like, I'm like scraping in here to get product on this brush. And this is the BH Cosmetics 124 brush. It's so, I don't understand why, like, I can't get product. It's so hard to work with. It makes me so upset, especially because, like, I bought this at TJ Maxx and it was not cheap for TJ Maxx. It was $16. And I was like, well, it's $16, but it's a NARS bronzer, and NARS bronzers are what, like $40 normally? I was like so excited. And now I have this thing that's like a workout to bronze. At least we don't really have to bronze today because we are overly bronze in general, but I was not happy when I found out that this was not the original Laguna bronzer. And I didn't tell you how many stars it has. 3.5. Okay, blush, I'm offended by. So let's talk about blush. Best-selling blush was the NARS Orgasm. Top-rated blush was the blush in the Smashbox Cali Contour Palette. The lowest-rated blush that I own is the Jouer Rose Gold Blush Duo. This made it into my 2019 favorites. Why is this low rated? I don't understand. This is like some of my favorite blush I've ever bought from Sephora. So we have the shades Marigold and Rose Petal. I'm gonna go in with Rose Petal today. Like, I don't understand. I love these blushes. I will say they do have 4.1 stars, which apparently for blush is a low rating at Sephora. But I truly enjoy this blush palette so much, and I think it's such a better deal than the larger blush palettes from Jouer. Oh, and I was using the e.l.f. blush brush for that. Highlight time. Best-selling highlight with the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, and it was also the top-rated highlight. The lowest rated highlight I have is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Radiant Dewdrops. This has 3.9 stars. I actually don't know how I'm going to use this today. It's so weird. I have never been able to figure out how this works. I want to try to like shake it up and see. Obviously I have a very tiny little one of it. I don't even remember where I got this from. Okay. Shaken up, it kind of looks like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squirt some on my fingers and see if we can just like tap it. Oh boy, I feel like that's as much as I really want to get into it. It's really not something it's not an absolute love of mine, but there you have it. I feel like in the past I haven't shaken it up, and if you don't shake it up, it's just like water. So make sure to shake it. Now, eyeshadow was weird. So, best-selling eyeshadow palette I had was the Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions. Top-rated eyeshadow I had was the Face Chocolate Gold. Now, when I sorted by the lowest rated eyeshadow palette, I definitely saw eyeshadows down there that I had already decluttered, but the lowest one I had, Natasha Denona Mini Glam. I mean, it has 4.1 stars, but still, I can think of worse eyeshadows I have than this. I'm going to go in with, I'm going to do a very simple eye look today because, again, I'm just doing some taxes today, but this was not what I expected to see as the lowest rated eyeshadow I owned. Now, did I have something in mind? Maybe something from Violet Voss? I feel like they're a brand that doesn't get too much attention. I feel like Natasha Denona gets a lot more attention, and I really haven't heard anything bad about this palette. Like, I know 4.1 stars is not very low, but it just seems strange to me. Okay, like I said, I went in really easy. I used this shade in the crease and this shade all over the lid. And that is my tax look. In case you missed out, that was in my February favorites. So I like that product. All right, setting spray. Best-selling and top-rated were both Urban Decay All-Nighter. The lowest rated setting spray I have is this Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. This is like the hydrating one. I don't like this one, actually. It makes my face, I feel like, look greasy. And when I use a hydrating setting spray, I'm using it more to melt everything together and not to make me look greasy. It also has a really intense perfumey smell, which I don't really love. So when this little guy runs out, I will not repurchase. Let's do mascara. So I go by mascaras that I have open at the time when I do these videos. So the best-selling mascara I had is the Benefit Roller Lash. Top rated is the Lancome Monsieur Big waterproof mascara, and the lowest rated mascara I have is the NARS Climax, which I agree with. I do not like this mascara. I keep trying to like it, and it's one of those mascaras that just does not last on me. I don't know why, but there's just like this like breed of mascaras that just disappear on me throughout the day, and this is of that breed. I'm just not a fan. I will like use this little tiny tube up, but I do not enjoy it. There we go. Okay, last product we can talk about are the lips. So the best, do you see how I feel like I look so much greasier now since I put on that setting spray? I have to like use my powder brush and like reset everything, I feel like, because that Makeup Forever spray makes me like a grease ball. Back to lips. Best-selling lip product was the Fenty Stunna Lip Paints. Top rated was the Armani Matte Lipstick, and the lowest rated are the Lawless Beauty liquid lipsticks. This is like one of my absolute favorite formulas. This made it into my best of 2019 video as well. I have this in the shade George. It's so comfortable. I didn't even say. Makeup Forever had 3.1 stars. NARS had 3.1 stars. This has 3.8 stars. It's like on one of my all-time favorite liquid lipstick formulas because it's not drying. And there you have it. My full face of my worst rated makeup that I own from Sephora. Honestly, some of it was good. Some of it's really not so good. But that is the finished look. You will have to let me know, what are some of your least favorite things you've ever bought from Sephora? Let me know in the comments. And what do you guys think about some of the products I used in this video? Would you give them low ratings as well? And as usual, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, click the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I have my Twitter and my Instagram down below. Give them a follow, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.